Welcome back to the How to the Berg podcast. It's your boy Peter. I got my other co-host Chris. Chris is on us two this week.
What'd you say?
Only us two this week.
Oh yeah, just two amigos.
Yeah, but yeah, like I ask every week, and I'll continue to ask. How has your week been?
Better this week. No, last week, the week before last, I was just living it up, But I'm cool now. I mean, still in pain, but less pain.
Yeah.
Is that no? Go ahead. Whatever you gonna say.
Yeah, less pain. Something just happened. Give me 1 second, y'all. Acting dumb. I should act dumb. But yeah, I don't like to hit. Yeah, pain. Like what type of pain?
Well, still back pain because just like the past 2.5, 3 weeks, I've been working away at this computer for work, and then like straight to like for class, trying to make sure I get this stuff right. So I just been far too long in front of a screen, hunched over, kind of just trying to type and stuff. So my back's been getting a little tight, been getting a little stiff. I'm popping a little bit more than I should be, I feel like.
Pop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like bubble wrap.
I feel you on that, Chris. I've been going to the chiropractor almost 2 years now.
Mm-hmm.
My current, black chiropractor that I'm seeing, I've been almost a year now. It'll be September. It'll be a year, or even probably less than a year. But so I'll get you in the back. I think right now, because I've had back issues, my back is pretty much fine. It's just my hip and I wouldn't even say my lower back. Like, yeah, it's my lower back and my hips that have been messing with me. So it's just like down. And I think it could be inflammation. I think it's inflammation because it's not as bad as it was, because when I was having my back pain, it was just literally like the lower back, my lower center back was just fucking with me. Like, and that is, when I tell you, when your lower center back hurts.
Is that what they call, sciatica? Is that what that is?
Yeah, something. That one, you feel it from like once, like, especially when you drive, because when you drive your car, like, when you drive, it's pushing, you're putting your leg this way.
So it's kind of like your tailbone, like right at the base of your back.
Yep. So like when you're driving, and when you drive, you pull your foot up like that to to the thing, right? And when you're driving, the what's it called? The seat pushes on that. So I couldn't, like, last year around this time, I couldn't drive. Like around 2020-ish, I couldn't drive. Damn Civics. I couldn't drive. When I got my Toyota, that later got, that whole story. But I couldn't drive. So I went to this black chiropractor, and he's fixed it. But now I think when your back is going through that healing process, now it's like my hip.
Especially my left. It's all connected.
Yeah, now that it's like because when I went to the chiropractor, my back was so messed up, my equilibrium was off. So like, he showed me, like, when I stood up, when I stand, one of my feet literally goes up a bit. You can see it. Yeah, I didn't notice. I was like, the fuck.
Wow.
Yeah, but people could be people have this. He says, no, this is common.
Oh yeah, no, but just, and I believe that too. But just like to actually be made aware of it.
Yeah. So he showed me that. Yeah, I was the first. He showed me your equilibrium is off, and we have to fix this pressure point. This. So it's been a process, but like in that healing process, it's still gonna have issues, And you know what? I'm gonna add something. I just want to add something to our segment, because a basketball player has been having back issues, and we're gonna have a combo about that. So let me segue to Ben Simmons. Let me segue to that.
Oh yeah.
Ben Simmons is set. He's out now, which I think 3 to 4 months with a herniated disc. But he announced this now.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna ask, since we both have had back issues, right, and we know how annoying back issues are, should they have just sat out for the rest of the year and
Yeah.
announced this way earlier?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. For sure, you should announce that way earlier.
Yeah, because when I first heard about the back issues, like having back issues myself, you can't really diagnose a back issue the way you could diagnose the knee or a sprained ankle, because your back is kind of like it's the mothership of your body.
Yeah.
Like if you having like a lot of things are linked to your back. Like if you have diabetes, if there's something wrong with your back, they can tell that you have diabetes. Or if you have like a high blood pressure, it'll show in your back. Like chiropractor told me that like if you have stress, it'll show in your back. Like all of this stuff. So his mental health thing, it's legit, and that could have been connected to his back. So it's hard to diagnose that. But basketball, you go.
No, I was just gonna say, like, I agree and disagree with you in the sense that, like, they like their medical health professionals are way different than ours. They know that they're dealing with giant human beings who are liable to have all sorts of feet, knees, and back issues. So they probably have like specialists like in those specific areas because like like because they're so big, like it makes sense that Joel Embiid will have a stress fracture in his foot because he's 7 feet tall, 280 pounds or whatever. It makes sense. Like it's a lot of like stuff like weight just pressured focused in on that foot. So
that's why I agree. I agree with you totally, and that's why I have an issue with it being announced now and how they try to play it out. Because we don't know how he got hurt. That's his personal business. So sometimes I don't want to get into I don't know what he would have did to hurt his back when you haven't played.
Yeah.
We don't know. We don't know. But you're hurt. Why not? Why didn't it show up on your medical when you got traded?
Yeah.
1. 2. If it's that bad, why did you play the game of, well, I could come back or not come back?
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't you just say, hey, my back is really bad, hurting me. I'm going to sit out till next year? Why did the Nets put out, you try to hurt? If the Nets put out that he had a herniated disc, none of this mess no one would have been playing with you and saying that you're not tough and you're this and that. So I'm confused.
I'm sure he still would have got those comments, but like way toned down compared to what they were. Because like, if he's actually like sick or he's hurt or whatever, then like a lot of people gonna be like, okay, well, don't know what happened, but there's a medical report on it, so you can't really like say he's lying or anything because it's out there. But I don't know whether he was withholding it or whoever for whatever reason was withholding it, but it didn't really do him any favors in this case at all.
I'm gonna be real with you. He's trying to play the narrative game.
Yeah.
The narrative game is, hey, let me say that I don't want them to think I'm weak. So let me say, hey, I'm thinking about coming back, and I'll come back for game 3. Game 4, if they win game 3, let me come back. I'll come back because then it'll make the narrative will be, well, look, Ben came and he changed the series. But when it's 3-0, I come back with a back injury and play with a back injury and we lose, they could blame it on me. and in my mental health and all of that. So he tried to play that game, and I'm like, why do these modern day athletes want to just keep playing with this narrative? Just be normal and say, "Yo, my back, I have a herniated disc." Because you don't just get a herniated disc. A herniated disc is something like coming from somebody that's hurt their back. That's something very serious. People can't walk with a herniated disc. You have
that timing is kind of convenient,
very convenient. So this whole thing is sketchy to me. I'm not gonna bash the guy because people say I bash him too much, but it's like, yo, what is going on? You have Philly, it was a mess. Now you're with the Nets, a mess. I mean, the Nets have had. It seems like a trend. Granted, the Nets have a mess with Kyrie. That's a whole different story, if you ask me. But something got to give, bro. Like, hopefully, you can figure get your back better and play and get your money. Don't file for grievances when you haven't fucking played. Ugh, idiots, man. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
I wish I could sit out and make $20-30 million. Must be convenient. Must be nice, man. Yeah, but yeah, that was just something I added because of the back. We were talking about our backs. I was like, Ben had a back injury. Let's talk about that. But speaking of injuries, no, we're not going to talk about backs this time. We're going to talk about twisted chicken arms. You see the dude that. Remember Dave Chapelle?
Oh yeah.
I would like our arm looked like a chicken wing. Speaking of people that got hurt, oh man, listen, Will Smith, I don't know what trend you started. People really think they can just go out to a comedian and attack him.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I necessarily put that on Will Smith though, because apparently dude was packing too. So they said I seen where he had a gun on him.
Yeah, it was a gun that had a knife in it, so it is weird.
Still, he came up there with like having a weapon on him. So I might put that. I don't know whether he was on anything, or if it was like a half-baked assassin attempt. I don't know.
Okay, I'm gonna be real. The guy is weird. He's a Trump supporter. He identifies as whatever. I've heard that he's gay or bi. I leave that alone. A lot of like weird energy. Like, because I don't even know if there was a motive. He said he did it for his grandma. I don't know. I really don't. And he did a song. He's a rapper too. Hey man, we gotta people gotta chill, bro. It's like sometimes with people, you just dog. They whooped. I heard that Busta Rhymes was a part of Busta Rhymes and Jamie Foxx were a part of the people that was stomping him out.
Really?
Yeah, I heard. Like, but do you see the muscles that are in Busta Rhymes' neck?
Mm-hmm.
That alone could choke out anybody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just remember the part where Dave's like, "Don't worry, y'all, he's getting stomped." I was like, "Oh dang!" But really though,
and like he got his arm was like a damn. They did his arm like a chicken wing. I'm like, God damn. Okay, teach these new. Come on, man. We gotta like get better with was that necessary? That clout you got, was it? It don't make no damn. I really. And
did they press charges?
They did, but they're not giving him any felony charges, which is mind-boggling.
You mean he came up there with a weapon and there was no charge?
I have a controversial take, but if I say what I want to say, it may be we may have to do a lot of editing.
I already know what you're thinking, so you don't have to say it.
Yeah, but all I'm saying is, if me, a guy that is I'm highly masculine and I'm listening to Tupac every day, and I did that. You know what they would have did to me. They would have threw all the charges at me. But people, if you know what I'm getting to, you know what I'm getting to. But it's just ridiculous. Shout out to Dave Chapelle. They made a joke about it. Chris Rock is still, man, Chris Rock is gonna have some material, boy. Chris Rock was like, was that Will Smith? And then I think recently he said, I think they were on stage again and they were joking about the whole situation, about their attacks.
Will Smith and Chris Rock?
No, Dave and Chris were making like jokes about their recent attacks.
Okay.
Dave was like, man, at least you got attacked by somebody that, you know, was of value. I got attacked by a weird dude with whatever coming down his head. And then Chris was like, man, I got attacked by the softest rapper ever. Will Smith, I wouldn't say he's the softest rapper ever. I just think he's like the most parent-friendly rapper ever.
Yeah, I mean, like he was I'm going to get my money any type of way before Drake.
Yeah,
because when back then when you're making clean music, more people could listen to it.
Yeah, I wouldn't say soft. It's just positive. It's just very no disrespect, but you know Aaron Carter, like shit that white people could listen to and feel comfortable.
Yeah.
Like when it was Fresh Prince, some of those joints were cool. They were like cool. They weren't like that soft. They were like kind of like Kid and Play, like cool songs, right? But when he became Will Smith and he made those albums after, like, yeah, some of that stuff was, if you ask me, corny. But yeah, I get it. But Chris Rock, you're wrong. The softest rapper is Aubrey Graham. There's you know, but yeah. No, let's go to the bozo of the week. Let's do that before we go into this, because we have two kind of like downing topics to talk about. So I want to go into the bozo of the week real quick. Bozo of the week goes to a man. And we're just talking about Drake being soft. It goes to two people. I'll say the first person. The man who decided to troll Drake. This man, Drake was talking about positive fathers and our fathers should be there. You know, the whole thing about John Morant's dad and LeVar Ball. He was making a comment. Drake was making a comment about like, oh, if it's his son, he would be competitive with, you know, how he talks trash and everything.
He was saying he would be supportive, wasn't he?
So, yeah, supportive. Yeah. Of his son. And then a goofball decided to say, well, will your son have ghostwriters? Hey, man. Rule number one, don't play with nobody, kid. Okay? Because you're not going to like what comes back. And guess what Drake decided to do? Be very beige. And his response was...
That's not even beige, bro. That's just evil. You going to somebody's... I'm sorry I'm taking your thunder here, but just, you know, I felt the need to interject.
Go. No.
He decided to use his powers for evil and jump into this... follow this man's wife and jump into her DMs after he noticed he knew that she knew he was following her.
Yes.
Yeah.
And now that's the second part of the bozo of the week. Drake, you get bozo of the week for just being very stereotypical. You followed a man's wife and say she needs some excitement in her life. Now I get it. You went too far about talking about your kid. But you out here gonna ruin the whole family. Like that makes it better. You get bozo of the week just because I personally didn't like that.
Yeah, no, that's wild. It's just like, yo, that comment is wild. You said that to me, right? What's your wife's name? What's your wife's name?
And then you DM his wife?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me stop before they say I hate light skimming. But yes, Drake, you get not as much as the guy, because I always say that's cause and effect. That dude don't play with nobody kid. Don't play with nobody kid, because somebody you give people the avenue to do what Drake just did.
Yeah, but at the same time, I feel like his comment was less harmful than Drake's, because like even the joke he was trying to make there wasn't funny, because like it didn't even apply there. Like Drake was just like, "Son, I'm gonna be supportive for my son, even if it's like at a Rubik's cube contest or whatever."
Yeah,
and dude talking about was he gonna be playing with ghostwriters? It's like, okay,
that was just,
that was really corny, but I guess that
corny as hell.
That was Drake's sensitive spot. His trigger.
Ghostwriting, and then his kid, because a guy that made a cocaine album, kind of exposed all of that. But I always say, don't touch nobody, and they won't touch you. So I have to give it to the guy for being corny and making that joke about y'all don't touch nobody, kid. But Drake, why do you have to be stereotypical, man? I'm trying to like you guys. I'm trying my best. I'm trying, but when I see this, I want to put excitement in her, and then you DM her. Evil, man, evil. It's kind of funny. Like, I'm not. When I saw this, when I saw it in the group chat, I was like, "Yo, Drake can't be saying, like, come on, man. Are you joking? You really gonna try and ruin somebody's family?" But yes, the man that trolled and Drake, you all get the sound effects, because y'all play too much with people's kids. Somebody playing with somebody's kid, and somebody play with somebody's whole wife and family. Man got like 2 kids. And then there was a story that like he was insecure. And he kept looking. There was a lot of stories, but I was like, hey, yo, y'all got time, man. Y'all got kids. Stop playing this stupid social media game. Yeah, both of y'all get sound effects. And Drake, stop acting stereotypically light skinned. It's not good, man. I'll make your life, put excitement in your life. Jesus Christ. Yeah, but let's give y'all the sound effects. But speaking of somebody in controversial takes on women, rest in peace, Kevin Samuels. Rest in peace, Kevin Samuels. He passed away yesterday from a cardiac arrest. I didn't believe it at first when I saw it, because social media has been trying to bury this guy because of his controversial takes. I thought it was a hoax, but this morning, it was confirmed that he passed from a cardiac arrest. Chris, you want to go first on your thoughts on him and hearing about this? I'll go last on this one.
Yeah, that's cool. That's fine. I mean, we've talked about Kevin Samuels, a few times on this channel, on our podcast here. Mostly saying that like, while he does like give everyone's like he's capable of giving like good advice, but like clearly his branding was, attacking people, especially in the insecure like places, like be it their age, their weight, their kids, But at the same time, I feel like people like understood like it to some extent, like that was his branding, and that was like that's what he was kind of known for doing. Because like I would watch some of those interviews, and like he would be giving real advice at some points, and then like for some reason or another he would just dive in there, which I just assumed like I was kind of just like, okay, like I've given you real advice now, so now I have to rip you down and let you know whatever, or just this is good for the brand if I do this type stuff, you know. But you know, I'm sure on the internet he will be missed to some extent. Cause like whether you loved him or hated him, people were always entertained by him. That's for sure. For sure. So I for sure a fact that I don't think many would disagree with.
Yeah. Follow some of your sentiments, Chris. I do think I'm not gonna say like rest in peace to dude. There were people like certain women and got like people.
Well, I mean, yeah, but like you gotta realize like whenever you're in the spotlight, there's always gonna be like those who are like preying on your downfall for better or for worse.
Yeah, I'm not. I wasn't too fond of him like that. I didn't hate him or like him like that to have. So for those people, I was like, "Oh, chill out," because that's somebody kid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, his mom is still alive and she has to bury her son. So prayers to her. But yeah, I think for the most part, when I first heard of him, I forgot what it was, something crazy he said. I think it was the fat shaming.
Yeah,
I think it was that and the
I remember
age.
we talked about it that week. I think.
Yeah, I think it was the fat shaming and the age thing he would do to women, right?
Mm-hmm.
And granted, when there are some guests that get on there, he has good advice and he kind of does. I won't say lay the law, but like he tells the truth about certain type of females that come up there thinking they could, finesse a guy or whatever. So guys kind of like that, and I get it. Like he can give advice and he can like really just say some real stuff. However, there are some women that really need help.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like his platform, for the most part, what got him big was that he preyed on people's insecurities and profited off of it.
Clearly.
And that was my issue. He's using, because like that's not all what he does. He really does give some advice to people, but he was using the preying off of their insecurities and saying some stuff and even saying this is a violation, he said, that I'm not even going to repeat. Saying stuff like that to get it big so that it would do good for. And I personally, I'm not a fan of that. I'm not a fan of tearing down a woman. I'm not a fan of asking a man certain type of questions you shouldn't be asking other men. You know what I am talking about, Chris. So like, I would say he lived his purpose on this world and he did what he had to do. I can't judge him. The person that's going to judge him is, somewhere in a different world. So, I definitely rest in peace to dude, but I was having a convo with my brother and he felt some way about some things. But for me, when you leave this world, people are going to remember you for what you did and what you said and how you moved, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I always say, be careful of the tongue or what you say, right? Kevin Samuels was saying stuff about ageism and women not having a man and whatever. He died single at an old age. I mean, so that's what I'm saying. And I'm not trying to like be one of those guys, but I'm like, the tongue is powerful. So people be out there, be careful what you say. You know what I'm saying? We could go through past people that have said things, and then you'd be like, "Yeah, he said that. Oh, this happened." Oh, wow.
It could also be like his own ideology kind of biting him there, though. Kind of like like his whole brand was. I don't know if it still was because I haven't watched his videos in a while, but like like the high value man or whatever it was, and he himself who was clearly of high confidence, saw himself as a high value man. So if he didn't find nobody that matched him, then why would he settle down for anything less?
Exactly. So not trying to say it was karma, but you look at what people say and then you see what happens and you're like, oh wow. So yeah, the listeners out there, rest in peace to Kevin Samuels, but also people out there, watch the energy you put out.
Mm-hmm.
It'll always come back to you. good or bad. Bad usually comes first, though. Bad comes very
Typically, yeah.
fast. Bad, good, it takes a while. God will take his time. Oh, I know. when you put good energy out there, you get that very slow. But bad energy, you will see that immediately. Yeah, I'll talk about experience. But speaking of bad energy, oh, Ray J and this sex tape. Oh, they have been messing with this guy for years. He said, "I've had enough." So if you know, the Kardashians brought up the sex tape again, saying that Kanye had some secret tapes or whatever. He's refuting this and saying that Chris actually has all the tapes and that they're just smearing his name.
Mm-hmm.
And it got to a bigger conversation with me. Kris Jenner actually agreed to put sex tape with her daughter out.
Well, this is a confirmed fact?
Yes, she agreed to it as the manager to put that out of her daughter. Two things. I feel bad for Ray J because I feel like he's been trying to move on from this stuff and they keep monetizing this to his detriment when he's like been quiet for years.
Last thing I remember from Ray J is at least last thing, like in the public eye. Remember when he was doing that he was doing like that, those sunglasses?
Oh yeah, that shit was hilarious. That shit
like they're unbreakable.
They're unbreakable.
Try to break them. Try to break them. I don't care. That's the last big thing I remember from Ray J, like in the public eye. Like I definitely seen him. Think he had some music to come out since then. I think he's done some other stuff since then too. But like that was like the last big thing that was just like in like the like the mainstream media type stuff that I remember for Ray J.
Ray J, I ain't gonna hold you. Ray J's been trying to be positive, but Ray J was a wild dude. I ain't gonna hold you. He was a wild cat.
Mm-hmm.
But he's been trying to be positive. I think him and his had a fine ass wife too. Princess Love. Jesus Christ. They had a divorce maybe like a year or two ago. So he's been trying to be positive. He has kids now, so he has to be mindful of the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And if his kids grow up to hear that he had a sex tape out and she said she was joking, but she said that, oh, Ray J forced a dildo in my butt. If your kid, like you are upset about your kid accidentally seeing a sex tape ad on Roblox, and you had a panic attack, you were damn near about to cry. What do you think Ray J is gonna feel like when his daughter hears that about him?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So like, I really don't. And my next point is, I don't believe right now. I don't believe from Kanye to her to that family, they are just acting. That whole thing with Kanye going at Pete Davidson, I feel like was planned. They're gonna have it on this. They're gonna have that on the show. You realize he's quiet now.
Mm-hmm.
Why so? That was all. I believe that this is all. It's all a show.
And then did you see where it said? I think I saw somewhere where they were saying Pete Davidson got the kid's initials tatted on his neck.
I ain't gonna hold you. That's some white. Let me stop.
Not even, bro. That's just weird.
Yeah, let me stop. That's just songs. I don't know. Okay, this is gonna be something. See, Snoop a couple years ago. And, Pete Davidson's white, so, it's different. But he told brothers, stay away from that family. People that go there, they don't come back right.
Mm-hmm.
So we send prayers to, Devin Booker and Travis Scott. They're the only survivors so far. But Lamar Odom, James Harden, Ray J, Reggie Bush, Kanye West. Yeah. They have all been infected negatively.
Chris Humphries.
Oh, Lord. Yes, Chris Humphrey. Yeah, so like, yeah, Pete Davidson, be careful, man. Be careful. I just put it because nobody come. Chris Jenner. There's a whole. Oh Lord, I don't even want to. Let's not even. Yeah, let's not even go there. So, yeah. So I listen, man. Prayers to Ray J. Hopefully they could work out something for them to stop dragging. Because if I'm him, I'm like, yo, I'm tired of y'all. This sex tape was almost 20 years ago. Like, stop monetizing that at my detriment.
Yeah.
Stop it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's getting to the point. Yeah, so I feel for Ray J. Like I say, black men, stay away from that. Stay away. Travis, we're praying for you. Devin Booker, we're praying for you too. But on a positive note, and this will be last topic for today. King Kendrick is dropping next week.
Friday. A week from today. A week from today, and by a week from today, I mean a week from this past Friday that y'all have heard this. It'll be this Friday coming up for y'all listening right now.
Yes,
if you're listening to this when this episode drops.
Yeah, so when this episode drops, it's gonna drop that week on Friday. Yeah. Yes, we're getting Kendrick for the first time in 5 years. I can't wait. I've been playing the cocaine rap for about almost 2-3 weeks now, and I'm kind of addicted to it. What's the song? What's the second track on here? Cocaine. Let the Smokers Shine the Coops. I think I'm addicted to that song, bro. That's like one of my favorite. That Diet Coke, those two are like constantly on my earbuds. But Kendrick, man, yeah, I'm gonna be addicted. I can't wait for this. I don't. What do you think he's going with this album?
I don't know, and honestly, I feel like it's a mistake to try to guess a Kendrick lane because he is so intelligent. He's so intelligent that it's unfair to like anybody else who truly tries to study his music. Like, do you ever? I think I sent you some stuff on Instagram the other day. Mm-hmm. I was talking about like how he broke down his lines, like in that song with Pusha T he had, where he broke down basically like his half of the song by describing exactly what it was, like in like a and like lyrically in the sense like the 36 from 35 to. Like I don't want to get into it because it
was basically breaking it down from a cocaine reference.
Yeah. He started off from a cocaine reference. Like he's like Pusha T gonna do this. Let's do cocaine rap. So that's what I'm gonna do too.
He basically out cocaine rapped. I feel like lyrically they were like it was very competitive between them, but. I feel like Kendrick had the better verse, and I think he out cocaine rapped him on that. I think, my personal opinion, because it's hard to out cocaine rap Pusha T. And sorry, J. Cole fans, I don't think J. Cole could do that.
No, or did you see that? Sent you the one where he was featured on a Beyonce song. I can't remember what it is right now.
Yeah, I know. I think I know the song you're talking about.
Yeah, he started. It was basically like a countdown from 10. And then like when he gets down to I think 5, it starts to use like he starts doing it with like 5 he starts doing it in like syllables for each bar. I'm just like, that is who would notice that? You'd have to sit down, look at the lyrics of it, and break down what he's actually doing to understand what's happening.
Yeah, the only person that I mean the high level lyricist would know, but the common fan would have to like really sit down.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've seen,
or how he makes like 3 references in one sentence.
Yeah,
it's insane. Like the joint, he said, like I'm I am of the 70. Like it references like his previous line, Al Green, which his parents used to play all the time, references a biblical reference of the original 70 nations in the Bible.
You see that right there, Chris?
Mm-hmm.
That right there. That's why, like with Kendrick, you just don't know. And like last year, that verse on Family Ties.
Mm-hmm.
That was the verse of the year. I'll tell you, right? Like I listened to a lot of music, right? Last year, I listened to a lot of music. That was in my top 5 list. That's not even a Kendrick song. Just because of that verse. Only because of that fucking verse. So Kendrick and the way he like this is what I don't get with Kendrick, right? And this is why you know he's a great, right? That's how you know he's great. Guys that take time breaks off. We've seen rappers like when they get to a certain point, or like when they get to like a certain point in their career, like taking those breaks, you can hear that, oh, they're not the same, or they lost a step, or oh, this, that, the third, right? Drake has never did it because he's scared of like, I gotta be hot. I gotta be that guy. I gotta be that guy. So constantly. J. Cole, I think after what's that album? The one that people didn't like, the 2016 one, the For Your Eyes Only. After people didn't really vibe with that, he realized he had to get into, he has to constantly do something, right?
Mm-hmm.
To get his.
I like For Your Eyes Only though.
Yeah,
I mean, not to say it was like my favorite, but I enjoyed the project.
Yeah, it was a cool. I like the concept, but the album itself. Yeah, but
concept means something to me though.
Yeah, I like the concept of the album. I just didn't like some of the sounds and some of the stuff. That's
yeah.
That's just my opinion. But I think after that album kind of like didn't get what it did, he's been trying to like with KOD, he just tried to get back into constantly doing features and stuff and not falling, not still being present, right? Kendrick said, "Bump that. I'm gonna take a break."
Mm-hmm.
Still better than you niggas. I'm still better than you niggas.
And it might be why, because like he sit back, he looks, he relaxes, and he just does what he needs to do.
And guess what? Out of those 3, he won a Grammy from a feature. And respect the Baby King. Respect the Baby King. But I think they won that Grammy because of Kendrick.
100%. That's no secret. So don't get me wrong. Like it's a tough song, Baby King doing his thing on that song, but he knows like everybody else. Like if Kendrick was not on that song, it wouldn't have got the plays it did.
No.
Which again in itself is kind of a shame because Baby King really was going off on his part there.
He did. Baby Keem did great. Yeah, he did crazy. The production, he did. Baby Keem's talented. He's gonna have his time.
He's very talented.
I'm telling you right now, Kendrick's in my top 5 all time of all whatever. My top 4, it's hard to crack into that, right?
Mm-hmm.
If this is really good, he could overtake Pac, Big, and maybe Jay-Z for number 2. I don't know if he'll touch Nas just yet, but if this album is like that, I'm gonna have to redo my top 5. Cause damn, he went from being on like, cause he was in my top 10 when he dropped down. Before he dropped down, but when he dropped down, he went up. He went straight to 5. He went from 10 to 5. Like it was, like yeah, this nigga, yeah, he's that like. Oh, I can't wait for this album to come out. And I always say, I've said with Kendrick, he always drops when Peter has something going on with his life. He's dropping a very convenient.
Telling you, bro, he's just like, Peter, you going through something? Let me sprinkle something for you there.
He's dropping right at a perfect time in my life. But yeah, I love it. Love the project. Yeah, Kendrick's like that. He's that man. He's that. He is a special talent. We love Kendrick, but yeah, and we also love the people that watch us as well. And this is probably the last topic. I don't think anything else you want to talk about.
Nothing newsworthy.
Apart from me being addicted to this cocaine album, I have nothing else. Hey, I'm telling you that dude does put. I don't know what he puts in his music, but that laugh is becoming iconic.
Mm-hmm.
If I start DJing, I'm gonna add that as a soundbite.
Hey, do
it. I'm gonna use that. It's so iconic. But like I said, we love the people that been tuning in. But we have to announce a hiatus. Yes. We're gonna go on a brief break. If you've been listening, we've been busy.
Been tired.
Yeah.
See me yawning. Oh yeah, see me yawning.
Yeah. And I think we Avery needs his space. Shamar, if y'all haven't seen him since when? February?
Probably.
Yeah, I haven't seen him since February. He's been on a we didn't announce it, but he's been on a brief hiatus himself personally. And with all the things we got in our personal lives, we just decided, hey, we're just gonna want a little break. In that period, we will still do lives. We will try to still put out content on social media more consistently. We haven't been doing that, and that's my fault.
Mine too.
So, yeah, we're gonna continue to engage with you guys while we're on this brief hiatus, but we're aiming to come back sometime in August. Still up in the air, maybe early ending of July. Still up there, but appreciate all the support we've gotten to this point. We want you to continue to watch older episodes. Like I always say, like, comment, subscribe. If I said something in the past episodes that you like or didn't like, just let me know. Okay? Just engage with us. Continue to support on my social media. Well, before I say that, this episode will drop on YouTube. At 3 p.m.
3:15.
3:15?
Yeah.
3:15 YouTube. Eastern time. Midnight Eastern time. Monday. Yes. It'll drop. Also follow us Out of the Berg, IG Out of the Berg Pod on Twitter. I will be putting out weekly clips of older content. And you may have, depending on if I want to put them on or not, you may have some mental health episodes coming out, but that's still being decided on my end. But yeah, my personal IG is at Kofi Peter, IG at Peter Kofi, Twitter. Chris?
Catch me at Big Chris _57 on Twitter. And everybody loves Chris on IG. Also, I don't think anybody on here who has been DMing me, but in case it is y'all, let me know y'all coming from here, because I got a couple weird DMs with people just saying hey, and I didn't know who they were, and I don't talk to strangers. So let me know if y'all coming from on here.
Yeah, like I say, and this won't be the last time, hopefully. Stay black, stay woke. We love you, and we'll be back.
See y'all in whenever. So, bye. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Out of the Berg podcast. We're available on all podcasting platforms, and we ask that you like, comment, share, and subscribe, as well as hit that notification bell. That way you'll be notified whenever we release a new video. And as always, we like you, we love you, but we gotta go. Bye.